Ashley Hill here for a video submission of a leader. What makes a leader in the current views that we have on leadership. The first question was to comment on favorable and unfavorable leaders that we've encountered. I've had the privilege of not having worked for many different organizations. My current organization that I'm at, I started at when I was 19, and come this October, it'll be 7 years there for me. And prior to that, I worked for another corporate organization in which I was in a management and leadership role. So I've been extremely blessed with great role models and leadership opportunities in my career paths. My current organization now has definitely presented some of the most challenging leadership perspectives. My first role was an entry role as a receptionist. I absolutely loved what I was doing. The pay was much better than anything that I'd been paid before, even as a manager of a retail store. And I loved the work I was doing, but I didn't love who I was doing the work for. To put it politely, there was a lot of micromanagement and miscommunication in leadership roles, even within that leadership structure for that department. There was a department head, but then there were 3 different officers or VPs under them that ran different functions, but also had their hand and their feet in other operations just because of their title. So to me, that was very disorganized. It wasn't a great first impression of leadership, but it was better than leadership that I'd come from in a retail market. And I had the opportunity to move into a different role at the financial institution that I work for. And to start off, the manager that I moved under then had great leadership skills, excellent leadership skills. She was effective. She was assertive. She was well respected by her peers. She was everything that I wanted to model myself after until I played a different role in her department. I moved into a project management role within her department, and I unfortunately encountered things such as, you're not going to advance because you don't have a degree, or we're going to hire somebody else for this position that you applied for instead of promoting you because we don't want to promote you over people who have been here longer than you, even though those people didn't have the drive or the skill set or the desire that I did. So that turned me off of her leadership role. However, the person that was over her was my real model leader, is who I would consider my real model leader. He was our CTO, and the person that worked directly under him, who is my boss now, they're not passive leaders, but they are leaders that take into consideration all aspects of a situation and then will very politely reinforce what they feel is best. Kind of like off topic, but I've always been told that I have the ability to politely tell somebody to bend over and kiss my butt and then thank me for doing it before they've even known what they've done. It's kind of like that when it comes to maybe a scenario or something that our executives want to achieve, but it's just not realistic. My boss has the ability to turn it around into what would be realistic and present it in a way that executives are like, you know what, that's better than our idea. I didn't think about that. So I really respect that out of my current manager, and I would say that I'd like to model and strive to be like him, just in a little bit more of a assertive fashion. How I am as a leader now, I'm a I'm a quiet-ish leader. It depends on the audience or the presence of the people that I'm in. If I know that I have the ability to speak freely, people know that I bring good ideas to the table, and they respect that. So I'm quiet to a certain extent, but I input myself where necessary or where I feel like the project could be improved. I am humble in everything that I do because I was taught very early on you will achieve much more if you're humble in your accomplishments than if you were to boast about them. And it's never about that for me. For me, it's seeing other people achieve that makes me happy. And knowing that I helped that person achieve, I sleep well at night. So, like I said, it's never about what I need out of the situation or what I want out of the situation, but are we all progressing? Are we all achieving our goal? Was the goal accomplished? That's humility and assertiveness are two of my main points as a leader. I think other people would describe me the same way. I've never straight up asked, hey, how would you describe my leadership roles? I guess the reason why I know that that's the kind of leader I am is because that's the feedback that I've received from my leaders. So I would say that I guess other people describe me to be that kind of leader. And I honestly also think that would be the ideal leader. A combination of who I am as a leader and who my boss is as a leader would be my ideal leader. And then to become that ideal leader, I still have areas of communication in which I need to improve on to reach the standard that my current manager or my current leader is on. Just to enhance my form of communication now, vocabulary wise, saying too many times. I'm really bad about that. So focusing on that and thinking about that, trying to think not to do that when I'm talking or communicating. I honestly think the biggest areas of improvement that I would need to achieve being that kind of leader would be communication. Thank you.